time to talk movies, and 2020 has already seen the release of the highly acclaimed World War I epic 1917. Now, a World War II story is coming to the big screen.
Now, it's called Midway, and it centres on the Battle of Midway, which was the pivotal clash between the US and Japan, which happened 6 months after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Well, Weekend Sunrise movie man Jason Jabba Davis is here for us in the flesh at Brekkie Central.
Morning, Jab.
Morning to you, Jabs. Now, there is a star-studded cast. You know, how does this stack up? Because 1917, people loved that.
That was a pretty phenomenal film. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. I mean, the important thing here, White House down, Independence Day, the day after tomorrow, all from the same director, Roland Emmerich. So
he's busy.
He's a busy man, and I like to think of it as disaster porn. So he takes disasters, shocking things like alien invasions, the climate catastrophe, and he turns it into popcorn entertainment. Here he's taken the Battle of Midway, which was a hugely decisive battle of America's revenge for Pearl Harbor, and he's turned it into a huge CGI blockbuster. You got Woody Harrelson, Dennis Quaid, Mandy Moore, Nick Jonas, huge cast. As basically the intelligence officer Leighton, he tries to take on Yamamoto, who's the admiral for Japan, and outsmart each other. It's all up to the dive bombers to save the day. Let's take a look at Midway. It's as subtle as a sledgehammer. I had pretty low expectations here. 3 stars.
So it's got a bit of the Pearl Harbor feel about it then, because that was a bit of a bomb as well, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
So we'll actually recreate Pearl Harbor. So they do Pearl Harbor, Battle of Midway. I mean, there's some intimate moments, some terrible dialogue in there. Something that looks like it should be amazing. I wanted to say earlier, this is a good segment for mums and dads and granddads and grandmas. If you remember World War II, if you remember the French New Wave cinema movement of the 1960s, you might know Jean Seberg. She was a star. Jean Seberg, played by Kristen Stewart. She received a standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival when this film Seberg screened there, directed by an Aussie. Really promising film about FBI surveillance on the actress Seberg as she becomes an activist with the Black Panthers. Let's take a look at Seberg.
They've tapped our phones. They're listening. I can hear these little clicks on the line. I think it's the government.
Where have you been?
They kept us late at the office.
Our job is to cheapen our image in the eyes of the public.
There's things that I've been ordered to do.
Those are pictures from her bedroom. Are you having an affair?
They're pushing her too hard. She's coming apart.
This comes from above.
Yeah, it's unable to overcome significant flaws, mainly the script. The whole story is so skin deep. We really never find out what is going on with Jean Seberg.
How is she in the movie?
She is pretty amazing. She is pretty amazing. She's had huge praise for her performance, but mine, I watched this with my wife, Melissa, and her response, bum.
Oh, really?
Okay, and I always think that Mel's a really
Mel knows what she's talking about with movies. She told me to watch The Godfather.
So
we should actually have her do the movie review. She's really
Mrs.
good.
Movies.
She's going to come and sit here on the other side of you. Hey, so what should we be seeing if we're going to the movies?
Oscars here on Channel 7 next Monday, 1917. You've got to see Beautiful Day in the Neighbourhood with Tom Hanks. You've got to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. There's plenty of great films to see. Midway, if you want some big bombastic thing. And next week, our own Margot Robbie going to be a huge hit. Birds of Prey, the next DC Comics movie. So that's next week.
Well done, Jab.
Plenty around.
Thank you, Jabs.
Thanks, guys.
You,
great to see you.
Yeah, well, that's reminded your wife where she has to be, what level she needs to be.
She's numero uno.
That was a big finish. Strong.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you both.